Hello, welcome to American School of English Language. Guys, today in this video we will talk about coordinating conjunctions, how we can use coordinating conjunctions to improve our writing and speaking communication. So let's proceed. But before we move on, please subscribe my channel so you can receive weekly updates about my channel. So let's proceed, guys. So what are coordinating conjunction? Coordinating conjunction is basically is a type of conjunction. There are three types of conjunction: coordinative conjunction, subordinating conjunction, correlative conjunction. So coordinative conjunction is one type of conjunction. So let's study what are coordinative conjunction. Coordinative conjunction are used to join two or more words, phrases, or independent clauses. So they basically join all three of them: words, phrases, and independent clauses. So what are phrases? Phrases is a group of words who do not have both subjects or verb are either verb or a subjects are independent clauses who can stand their own. They have their own subject and a verb. The two elements being joined must be grammatically equal or similar in both importance and structure. The elements being joined must be equal or similar in importance and structure. Mean like they should be joining either words to words, or phrases to words, or clauses to words, right? That's mean equal or similar. So let's see how they function. Yes, here, like how they join in words, individual words, like I like to run and swim. So the run and swim are two words, right? And is a coordinator. So it's joining them. Since they're words, so we use the comma before coordinator. Do you want pepperoni or olives on your pizza? So pepperoni, all is two words, and or is a coordinator. Is joining them. So since these are two words, we will use comma here. So phrases. The president has been praised for both his willingness to negotiate and his strength in defending his principle. So his willingness to negotiate is a phrase. It does not have a verb. And his strength in defending his principle, here is also missing the verb. So they're phrases. So and is joining them. So since they are phrases, we will use comma here. That's what you need to remember. We use comma and coordinator only when they're joining the independent clauses. I am a big fan of playing sports, but not watching them. So playing sports is a phrase because it does not have a subject and a verb. But not watching them. Not watching them is also a phrase because it does not have a verb and a subject. So but is coordinator is joining them. Since they are phrases, we will not use comma here. So let's see how they join independent clauses. It was raining, so I took an umbrella. So you see, it was raining. So it is a clause because it has a subject. It was is a verb. So it's also a clause. I is a subject, took an verb. So is joining them because so since there are two independent clauses, we will use comma here. Here should be the full stop, guys. Let me put it here. So here should be the comma here. There should be the comma here. So let's this we went for a hike. But I okay, let me pull out the. We went for a hike, but I did not bring the right shoes. We went for a hike is what? Is an independent clause. We is the subject, went is the verb. I did not bring the right shoes is also an independent clause. I is the subject, and did not is the helping verb, bring is the main verb. So it's also independent clause. Since they are independent clause, we will use the comma before independent clauses. So let's see how many types of coordinators are there. Okay, so there are basically seven coordinating conjunctions in English, or in general we can call them coordinators, which can be remembered using the acronym fanboys. Acronym mean? Let me pull out the pointer again. So what's mean by acronym? Acronym mean when we use the first. Okay, let me see. When we use the first letter of these words to make a word just called acronym, like fanboy. So there are seven. That's called acronym. So there are seven fanboys: for and nor, for a and nor, b but, or yet, why yet, as so. So let's study each of them individually. Let's see some more information about these coordinators. Some coordinative conjunctions are more flexible than others. For example, and, but, or, and yet can join words, phrases, or independent clauses, like they join all three. For, nor, and so are more limited, like they join only independent clauses, as we will see. So let's look at each coordinating conjunction separately now. The first coordinator is for. Why we use for? For is used to give a reason for something. It can normally only join two independent classes. That's what you need to remember, guys. Let me pull out the pen again. That only join independent clauses. That's what you need to remember for. That it does not join words or phrases, but only independent clauses. So that's what you need to remember. This is very important. Introducing the second clause as the reason for the first. So second clause will describe the reason for the first one. We can use for whenever we mean because. So basically for mean because, but it's considered quite formal, literary, or even antiquated. Antiquated old fashioned is more formal. So we don't use it these days. That's it's considered old fashioned. For example, let's take some example. I believe you, for you have never lied to me before. So I believe you. So this clause is giving the reason that why I believe you. For you have never lied to me before. So in two clauses, we will use comma here. That's what you need to remember. He did not come to the party for he felt sick. He did not come to the party, and for he felt sick is giving the reason the why he did not come to the party. I wish you had been there, for we had a wonderful time. I wish you had been there, and for wonderful time is giving the reason that why I wish you had been there. So let's take some more example. We went on a picnic, for it was a nice day. Well, we went on a picnic, and for it was a nice day is giving the reason that why we went on a picnic. She is famous, for she is a beautiful and talented. So she is famous, for she is a beautiful and talented is giving the reason that why she is famous. I went to bed earlier. Why I went to bed earlier? For I was feeling exhausted. So, for I was feeling exhausted is giving the reason that why I went to bed earlier. So, I hope you understand. So, let's take the next coordinator now. And. And is used to add one element to another. That's what you need to remember, guy. It join word phrases are entire independent clauses. So, in case of and you need to remember that, guys, that it can join, sorry, it can join words, phrases, and entire independent classes. That's it works for all three. So that's what you need to remember about. And so these are Jax or Jam are James and Jack are coming to the party. James and Jack are word. So since these are two words, we will not use and here. He ran, swam, and played with the other children. So here comma is using to separate the words, right? So her long, beautiful feet and dark brown eyes caught their attention. So these are the phrases. Long, beautiful, long hair, dark brown eyes. Since they don't have verb and subject, so and is joining them. So since they are phrases, we will not use comma here. Caught their attention. So let's see more example. Yeah, the family moved into the new house and the neighbors welcomed them warmly. So both are independent clauses. And the neighbor, so we will use comma here. So is adding more information, right? The family move into the new house and the neighbors welcome them warmly. And is joining them. The Statue of Liberty is located in New York City, and is considered the symbol of freedom. So they both are independent clauses. The Statue of Liberty is located in New York and is considered a symbol of freedom. So and is joining them. So we will use comma here. So that's and is add one element to and another. So let's see the next coordinator now, guys. Nor is the next coordinator, guys. Nor is one of the most limited coordinating conjunction. Why is limited? Let's see. Is limited because it's not used these days a lot. We use neither nor in place of nor now. So it is used to present an additional negative idea when a negative idea has already been stated. Like when a negative statement is given and we want to add in further information, negative information. So in this case, we will use nor. Like he does not like football, nor does he enjoy hockey. So this means he doesn't enjoy both. So nor is basically used to join independent clauses only. That's what you need to remember here. Let me see. This is the independent clause, right? And this is also independent clause. So we will use comma here, right? So sorry, I have never seen that movie, nor do I want to. So that is both statement, both clauses are negative. I have never seen, nor do I want to see. So he will use comma here. She has not been to Paris, nor she has traveled to Rome. So this means she has never been to both cities. So since both clauses are negative, we will use and nor is a coordinator. We will use comma here. Let's see more example. John does not miss the training session, nor does he miss his diet. So this means he does not miss both. So independent clauses, we will use comma here. James does not pay attention to his study, nor does he take interest in work. So the both clauses are negative. So this means he does not take interest in both. Note, when nor is used to join two independent clauses, as in the example above, negative inversion must be stated in this section. So that's the negative inversion, mean interrogative. So that's we need to let me see. So this means we need to you see in negative inversion. Same thing in the last example. So we use negative inversion interruptive. Like when nor is used to join two independent classes, we use negative inversion in the second class. That's what you need to remember, guys. So let's see the next coordinator now. But but is used to present a contrast with the previous information. It can be used to join independent class to a phrase or another independent class. So it join independent class to a phrase or another independent. It does not join independent class to a word or phrase to a word. That's what you need to remember. For example, look, let me explain it further. Like independent class to a phrase or another independent class. So it does not join words, right? It does not join with words. That's what you need to remember, guys. So let's see some example. I told you prepare for the examination, but you did not. Did here should be not. Let me put it here. Did not here. But you did not listen to me. Okay, but you did not listen to me. So this is basically giving the contrast that I told you to, but you did not listen to me. It's opposite of it, right? He was sad but not depressed, right? So it's also up contrast. Since these are two phrases, he was sad is independent clause. Not depressed is phrase. So we will not use comma here. I want to go shopping, but I do not have enough money. So basically, why I cannot go to shopping? Because I do not have is contrast. So these are two independent clauses. So we will use comma here. He is intelligent but not clever. He is an intelligent is what? Let me see. Oh, sorry. Hmm. Oh, oh, yes. Yeah, he is intelligent, is but is an independent class, but not clever phrase. So we will not use the comma here. That's what you need to remember here. I would love to travel alone, but I don't just have enough money. So is giving what? This contrast into independent classes. We will use comma here. Let's see some more example. He wants to be an entrepreneur but lacks funding. So lacks funding is what? Phrase because it doesn't have a subject, right? So he wants to be an entrepreneur is a class. So it's independent class is joining with phrase. So we will not use comma here. She knew she needed help, but you did nothing. Is also contrast to independent clauses. We use comma here. She knew the answer, but she did not listen to me. So both are independent clauses. We use comma here. This is also contrast. Let's take the other coordinator. Or. Why we use or? Or is used to present alternative choices or options. It gives us choices. For example, would you like the chicken, the beef, or the fish? So these are the words. So we will use or to give them more option. Which sport do you think is more exciting, football or hockey? So it's giving options between football or hockey. So these are football or hockey are two words. We will not use comma here. Here we use comma to separate those words. You must listen to me or you must leave. It's giving the option. You should listen to me or you must leave. So the independent clause will use comma here. We can go to the movies tonight or we can just have party. It should be the party. Let me put the party here. Or should we party? Or we should have party at home. So it's also giving options like we can go to the movies or we can just have party at home. Let's take some more example. Do you prefer to go to bed early or stay up not later? So is also giving the options like either we can go to do can go to sleep early or you can stay up. So this stay up later is a phrase. So we will not use comma here. So let's see next example. Do you want to take the IELTS or PT exam for your admission test? IELTS and PT are two words. Would you like to cook your own food or order food online? So order food online is what? Is a phrase. So we will not use comma here. So there should be no comma here. You see, there should be no comma here because we cannot put the comma here because we use the comma only to separate two independent clauses. That's what you need to remember. So let's take the next coordinator now. Yet, like but is used to present a contrast. However, there is subtle implication when we use yet that the information is just for surprising a light of what we already know. So, are yet is also used for a contrast like but in case of yet, the information must be surprising. That's what we need to remember, guys. So, like the book was interesting, yet I found it boring. So, you see, this information is surprising. The book was interesting, I found it boring. So, it's surprising that despite being interesting, I still found the book boring. The movie was depressing, yet uplifting at the same time. Uplifting at the same time is a phrase. So, we will not use the comma here. The movie was depressing, but it did not find it interesting. So, it's a surprising. He's a diabetic, yet he continues to eat cookies and biscuits. Also surprising information that being diabetic, he's still taking he's still eating cookies and biscuits. So since these are independent classes, we will use comma here. Life is full of trouble, but yet nobody wants to die. So it's also surprising. Although the life is full of trouble, nobody wants to die. Surprising contrast, right? So we'll use comma here since independent class. Let's take some more example. It has poured rain all day, yet they have not cancelled the cricket match. So it's also surprising contrast that it has rained all day, yet they have not cancelled the match. The student loved the teacher, yet they did not like his teaching style. It's also surprising information. The student loved the teacher, they did not like his teaching style, yet they did not like. So it's also surprising contrast. I also borrow books from the library, yet I never seem to turn a page. This is surprising that I borrow books from, yet I never seem to turn a page. Surprising contrast. Sarah was sick, yet she went to work. So it's also surprising that although she was sick, she went to work. So that's surprising contrast. So that's how we use word. So that is the main difference in but and yet. That in case of yet, contrast must be surprising. So let's see the last one. So is generally used to join two independent clauses. That's what you need to remember in case of so. That is joined to independent clauses only. No phrases, no words. Where the second clause is a result of the first. The second clause is the result of the first. For example, I like to read, so I borrowed a lot of books from the library. So this is giving the reason this class. Okay, let me pull out the pointer, the pen. So I borrowed the book. Why I borrowed the book? Because I like to read. So this is the result. This class is the result of this class. He was exhausted, so he went to bed early. Why he went to bed early? Because he was exhausted. She was the most qualified candidate, so we gave her the job. So why we gave her the job? Because she was the most qualified candidate. So this is the result of this class. So that's what you need to remember, guys, in case of so. She has been working harder lately, so his grades are improving. So his grades are improving is the result of this for this class that he's working in lately, harder lately. I'm a vegetarian, so I do not eat any meat. Why I do not eat any meat? Because I'm a vegetarian. So I'm a vegetarian. So this is the result of this one. I do not eat meat. She was hungry, so she decided to order food on online. So she was hungry. So this class is the result of this class. So he decided to buy the food online.